Okay, Happy New Year, everybody. Took a nice month-long break, but we're back now for the 5th episode of FaShaun. Thank you all for tuning in and giving me some recommendations on what to do next for further episodes. It's really appreciated. For my lucky number, number 5, we have a shoe and an item that I would consider a mainstay in my closet. It's something that I always felt is a do-everything shoe. Could be used formally, could be used casually, could be used in almost every single setting, could even use it to the gym, and part of its history is that. But without further ado, let's get into it. This episode will be on the Maison Margiela GAT, German Army Trainer, but commonly just referred to as the GATs. Let's get into it. So now that you've seen the close-up shots of this shoe, you'll kind of understand how it has affected the current cultural landscape when it comes to the products that we see nowadays. Of course, the Samba, the Gazelle, any low-cut sort of tennis shoe-esque silhouette owes itself in part to the German Army Trainer, and that has trickled down and paid homage to with Margiela's I wouldn't say collaboration, but the creation of this shoe, the GAT. And this is sort of that OG colorway with the brown midsole, the sort of brownish creamy midsole, and the gray and white uppers. This shoe particularly has a steep history where Adidas provided the Germans army with this shoe, with a sort of training shoe that they can use for their training regimens before they go into battle. Margiela picked up on this as they do with a bunch of other historical silhouettes, and they put their own spin on it, right? That's what Margiela is known to do. And out came this, the German Army Trainer Margiela sort of redesign, and made with impeccable materials and higher craftsmanship at a steeper price point as well. But even retail, in my opinion, worth it, because you could beat this shoe to death and it'll still look good. This low-cut white silhouette, white top silhouette, just is beautiful and lends itself to a lot of the design ethos at that time. That was great. We saw in other shoes, and we're going to get into it further in the market analysis for other competitors. But this, in my opinion, is the go-to and the one to have. I picked up this shoe when I was working at a luxury retail store, and I had an employee discount, which is why I bought these at retail with my discount. However, again, this is one of the few shoes that I would say I think is worth the retail sort of dive in if you're planning to wear it every day. And again, it's a shoe that can be worn every day. It can be worn to the office, it can be worn casually out to a bar, it can be worn on a date, it can be worn even to the gym, as precisely that's what they're for. They're a flat-footed, rugged trainer that you can use. I wouldn't run in them, but you can probably lift weights in them and you'll be fine. And that's why I bought them. I think it's an iconic, and I don't use that word lightly, iconic, classic shoe that is a lot of bang for your buck, even at the retail price point. If you can, definitely try to get them used, vintage, what have you, because I think, again, this shoe looks amazing beat up, which is, to me, always a sign of good design and good materials, just a good ethos, I guess, when something is beaten up and it still looks good. So that's kind of why I purchased them. It's also a colorway that goes with everything. There are tons of other colorways out there, but this is kind of the OG classic, and it's the one that I would personally recommend as well. Going into our market analysis now for comparables for the shoe, as always, we're going to go in sort of a lowest cost point to the highest cost point. I'll give you a range of options to choose from, especially because I believe now retail is close to $1,000 for these, which of course is a lot. If you can, again, buy vintage. But let's get into it. So the first one is going to be the go-to, the easy one that I would say that all of you have probably guessed, which is the Samba and the Gazelle. Any low-cut Adidas shoe looks very similar to this. That's an easy sort of buy-in if you're looking for something on the cheaper side. Definitely, I feel you're kind of not, you're gonna blend in, right? You're not gonna really stand out, and you know, I mean, you can also do the same thing for these shoes. A lot of people have these as well in the fashion community, in the style community. But every time I see them, they always look good. You know, if I were you, instead of a Samba, I would actually go with what's called the Army. Adidas saw the popularity of this actual shoe with Margiela and decided to bring back their own from the 70s and or 60s. I mean, it's 70s, but they decided to bring back and they called it the Army. So you can actually get the Adidas Army, the original that inspired these from Adidas directly. I think they're a little bit pricier, about the $300 mark Canadian. But amazing shoe, and again, fantastic beaten up. They're just always sold out, so you gotta get a drop as soon as you can. But so that'd be the first one. The Army and the Samba, again, easy buy-in, but you're not really gonna stand out. The second one is Common Projects. So Common Projects created a very clean and simple low-cut white tennis shoe that's extremely popular. It's around the $700 mark, so you're definitely spending less than these. They're great. They have great materials. They're very clean cut, amazing for the office. If you work in like a tech office, they're fantastic, or even on casual Fridays. But what I'll say is that they don't really lack. Sorry, they don't really have the personality that these shoes do. That there's a bit more going on with this shoe, and there's more to the history. And the sort of, again, the brand perception of this shoe. I would say that the Common Projects White Achilles is a great alternative if you're looking to use this in an office setting. If your style is very modern contemporary, go with the Common Projects. With this, maybe if you're spicing things up a little bit more than usual and you take comfort in maybe taking a bit more risks, this would be the shoe for you. The last shoe that I have as a comparable is another shoe that kind of is up there in price, maybe a little bit lower than the Common Project, definitely lower than this, and that is the Golden Goose low-cut white top sneaker. So you've seen these every now and then. In Toronto and Canada, we see it a lot at Yorkdale. A lot of people at Yorkdale wear Golden Goose for some reason, a lot of people from the burbs. Again, similar in silhouette to this shoe, but has a bit more branding. It's a bit more out there. It's a bit more flamboyant, I guess, as you can say. If I were you, I'd buy that shoe vintage. I think it's like $600, maybe a little bit more. I wouldn't pay resale for that. But it's definitely comparable because a lot of people that look for this shoe just want something that has some stuff going on it, but it's still a classic white low cut, low top silhouette. So Golden Goose is up there, and they offer a lot of variations. Get one that's minimally branded, but still has their well-known tennis shoe silhouette. Okay, now it's kind of my favorite part of these videos is just styling these. As usual, we're gonna go kind of in a casual, formal, and then more of an experimental outfitting for this shoe. And I'm super excited because I actually wear all three different types of outfits most of the time that I'm rocking this. So let's get into it. Here we have a Capital bandana, a Carhartt vintage denim jacket, Uniqlo C pants, Uniqlo U knitted vest, and a vintage Apple t-shirt. All in all, pretty casual fit and great for any occasion. We have here the casual outfit, right? You can see that what I've paired a high-waisted sweatpant with drapes nicely over sort of the midway point of the shoe, allowing the shoe to you still see the shoe, but a lot of it is covered up, so you get the best of both worlds in my opinion. You don't want your ankles kind of showing when it comes to this sort of type of outfit. We've layered on a t-shirt with a vest, a knitted vest to get texture and thickness in our layering, alongside a sort of oversized jean jacket, something with blue, something that pops a little bit. Blue goes great with white, goes great with this shoe, and then the bandana as well, which is blue. That completes the circle for the blue. Then you have brown over here, and then the gray with the gray suede of the shoes as well. So great all-around outfit for going around town. You can probably go into like a nicer restaurant like this. People are gonna think you're just like super artsy or something, like some creative director, and then you'll be fine. But definitely comfortable walking around all day, no problems at all, and you'll look good too. We have a new piece from Uniqlo and JW Anderson from the women's collection in this boxy Oxford button-up, some Uniqlo Jill Sander wool pants, and just the Margiela GATs, just a very simple, clean outfit. What we have here is a new piece from my closet. This is I already said, the JW Anderson Uniqlo like new collection. It's a women's collection, and it's this crop Oxford shirt. So sick. But any tuck-in shirt will work in too. As you can see, just blends in perfectly with the sort of formality of the outfit, yet also casual nature of the outfit. A little bit of a white belt here in order to just complete that circle of white on white. We have blue and blue. Maybe incorporate, usually if you have a jacket, there's some brown on the bottom here. So if you have a long brown jacket, definitely see if you, actually wait, I have one. 1 second. Here's my brown jacket. Perfectly, actually I think it's like almost the exact same shade here. Don't look at the Nike socks. But yeah, definitely have, in order to complete that circle, you have the brown of the sole, you have the brown of the jacket. That comes together very well. Then you have the blue, and then the white over there, and the white here, and the white of the socks as well. So completes all the circles. The proportions are done well too. You want something long and draping when you tend to have a low-rise pant as well, because it accentuates the length of your legs a little bit more, because low-rise pants tend to not do that. High-rise pants do that. So all in all, great for the office. We have the Yohji Yamamoto newspaper boy cap, a Drake's handkerchief I made into a necktie, a vintage Lee denim button-up, a Maison Margiela 6 leather tote, the soft net cardigan, and some ready-made olive cargos. So what we have here, we have the Margielas. We have pretty much a large parchment-like pant that's in a cargo silhouette, super wide, convertible, just fantastic. And the olive sort of military kind of theme goes with the Samba historically as well, so the brand ethos, the sort of vibe is sort of carried throughout the outfit as well. You can see here that we have sort of this cardigan, Japanese inspired cardigan with the Japanese Yohji newspaper boy hat to just give you a sense of like maybe the 1940s, sort of wartime Japan. That's kind of where I drew this inspiration from. You have the blue here with the blue contrasting of the cardigan here, olive of course, and the olive here, black leather with this Margiela tote as well to go with the black of the hat, so the circles are complete there. When it comes to brown, we have this sort of handkerchief pocket square that goes with the bottom over there, so that completes the circle here. And then there's white accents throughout, including the buttons, and then there's the gray suede. So great all-around outfit. If I had a couple more pieces, maybe I could layer it with a bit more stuff to just offset that white and gray, but definitely more experimental, definitely something that's going to draw eyes and looks, and just again shows the versatility of this shoe. But now that we've done all three outfits, let's see how they perform on the road. Okay, we're outside. We're gonna go to a new coffee shop called Knife. It's at the corner of Queen and Ossington, simply because there's a new store that is up and running today. The Carhartt Work in Progress Toronto store.
Looks super sweet. They had a launch party last night. I missed the invite. Anyways, so we're gonna go there, get a coffee, check out the store, and, you know, show how the Margiela GAT kind of functions. Oh yeah, and I changed. I like one Carhartt, like Union made Carhartt piece that I decided to rock, and that one thing that added to my fit today, like I had to change up everything. But we're still wearing the GATs. I think I can I switch? I don't know. I'll see right here. Woo! Yeah. So that's pretty much about it for the Margiela GAT. I think, again, amazing staple, amazing shoe that works in any sort of way. I had 3 outfits in the video. I have another outfit on right now that it works with. So it's just a shoe that can do anything and everything, as I said before, and is worth the investment. Which is rare, right? Which is rare saying that's why I left it for the 5th episode, my lucky number, and one of my favorites. So that's about it. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone has a great weekend. It's a Friday right now. And on to the next.